In the throwaway mystery, the Hardys are fighting monsters in an MMORPG. One character is a cat archer with butterfly wings. When she hits someone with an arrow in the game, a virus infects their computer in real life. Because computers. The Hardys distract her long enough for ATAC to track her location in real life and arrest her.
Arglefump Book Review, Arglefump Book Review.
The Hardys win a big track meet when they're attacked by 4 masked men. There's a big fight until it's revealed the men are from ATAC. They're here to take Frank and Joe to headquarters. It's never explained why ATAC sent 4 thugs to kidnap the Hardys, instead of, talking to them. I understand they want to keep the location of ATAC Headquarters a secret, but that doesn't mean they should approach the Hardys in the most suspicious way possible. What's happening at ATAC Headquarters? They're having a birthday party for Mr. Hardy. There are dozens of people here, including the governor, an African king, and millionaires. I don't understand this at all. ATAC is so top secret, the Hardys can't go there without being kidnapped. At the same time, it's so not secret, dozens of random people can go there for a party. Unless all the other guests were also kidnapped, this doesn't make sense. The party is crashed by the Sisters Noir, the villains from Book 7. Shira and Nicolina Noir have done the impossible. They found a way to make their skin-tight outfits even more suggestive than before. The Sisters Noir and their heavily armed thugs take everyone hostage, while showing off how hot their bodies are. I've complained about this in previous graphic novels. It's really hard to take a villain seriously when the book is constantly showing their butt. It ruins all the dramatic tension, and besides, it's super sexist. Frank and Joe were in the basement, so they avoid being captured. They beat up one patrol by hiding on the ceiling and falling on them from above. They beat up another patrol with a laser security door. The Sisters Noir are furious that someone's foiling their plans. At least the one sister is furious. The other sister is sad because she doesn't like taking hostages. Mr. Hardy catches on to her reluctance and attempts to exploit it. He offers her the chance to give up now. ATAC will help her escape from her cruel father. I like the subplot of one of the Noir sisters being secretly nice, but I have to criticize it for 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't know who Papa Noir is. He was in one of the books that I skipped. There's never any attempt to explain who this guy is or how he fits into the story. Number 2, in Chapter 4, the reluctant sister is Shira. In Chapters 6 and 7, the reluctant sister is Nicolina. Yes, after 1 chapter, the author forgot which sister is the reluctant one. That is an embarrassing continuity error. Speaking continuity, Frank and Joe call Sheriff Colleague. That's supposed to be Chief Colleague, thank you very much. I suppose he could have gotten demoted, but I wouldn't know why they'd do that. Mr. Hardy mentions the lab, so the Noir sisters send all their thugs there. Frank and Joe defeat the thugs with a strong magnet and an electric floor. A food trolley with a birthday cake appears. Frank and Joe are hiding on it, but the Sisters Noir aren't fooled. As it turns out, the birthday cake is a double trick. The candles release knockout gas. The Sisters Noir are knocked out. Mr. Hardy tenderly holds Nicolina's unconscious body and promises to help free her from Papa Noir. I can't tell if this scene of Mr. Hardy whispering to a hot teenager is supposed to be sweet or creepy. I think it's creepy. Yeah, it's creepy. The Hardys go home, where Mom and Aunt Trudy throw Dad another surprise party. The end. Post-book follow-up. This was an interesting book. It's a parody of the movie Die Hard, although it's less of a joke retelling and more copying the story. As a result, the story was really different from normal. I think it's the first time the Hardys have known the culprit's identity in advance. That's a big change, and I liked it. Normally, these books waste a ton of time on fake-out suspects, but not today. The focus is more on the characters and the action, which works well. The Sisters Noir was probably the worst part of the book. It's nice to see the Hardy Boys fight their sworn rivals again, but the sisters desperately need a backstory, which explains who they are and what's up with their father. People who didn't read their first book were confused by the random babes with guns. Heck, I read their first book, and I was still confused by what they were doing. There are lots of large guns in this book. The graphic novels have been mostly gun-free, but here we get multiple pictures of the Hardy Boys with assault rifles. They never use them, but it's still shocking to see. This book has grammar issues. Dudgeon is misspelled as dungeon, and there's no space in between the words computer and for. Overall, I thought the book was interesting and different for the series. Could it be improved? Yeah, definitely. I pointed out several problems, but even if the story is a rewrite or two away from being realized, it's still a decent addition to the series. Maybe the Hardys should copy movies more often. I give Hardy Boys Undercover Brothers graphic novel number 15, Live Free, Die Hardy, a 7 out of 10.